Welcome back to Crusader Kings 3. Today we're going to be carrying on with our Kingdom of Ireland playthrough. And at the end of the last episode, I did promise we're going to go on a feast to celebrate our recent accomplishments. So let's go ahead and host that feast. It's going to cost us 100 gold. We do lose some stress because we're generous. Although we're already relatively stress-free, we have zero stress. But let's go ahead and send the invitations out. I do wonder, do we have any vassals that currently dislike us? This could possibly help with that, although all of our vassals actually like us, so maybe after we host a feast we can spring the surprise of suddenly having absolute tribal authority on them. The feast should sweeten that up a little bit, but let's go ahead and host the feast. There we go, a cheery gathering. The guests are gathered in the great hall, lords and ladies from the near and far reaches of the realm. The mood is bright and spirits are high as the feast begins. Welcome, friends. And then, of course, we're going to have to go ahead and open the feast menu. We're hosting a feast in February. So we're just seeing out the winter, getting ready for the spring. We'll have some good food here. So we got 3 of my vassals here. Let's make that 4. I feel like that's about half of them. That's fine. This guy only has 65 opinion of us, so maybe he can gain some opinion of us. That's good. Please do go on. I listen intently to Theophron as he carelessly reveals all manner of things. Distracted by trying to get one last drop from his tankard, he is oblivious to how carefully I am paying attention. Once he realizes, he starts getting up. I'm only rambling. It's not true anyways, any of it. So what did I just learn? He's a deviant? This character has predilection for socially unacceptable acts. Oh, okay, I think I know what kind of acts they mean. And that's this guy, my champion. He is Norse Gale as well. Maybe that's maybe it's a cultural thing. Maybe that's what they do. The Norse Gales here. We'll have to see. I don't think that's criminal or anything, though. At least. Oh, they just happen to be very interesting rambles. Indeed, they do. So we have learned that our champion there is a deviant. We do have an event in our court, but let's wait until the feast is over. Troubled sister. The pleading gaze I receive from my sister Grain is taken on a desperate tone. A group of guests are approaching a corner she has hidden all evening, and the walls are hindering her escape. The poor woman has never been good with people. So my sister here, she is shy, so that would make sense. Let's see, I will distract the converging guests or come on. She is shy and she is my sister. I think I'll go ahead and distract the guests. She does gain some opinion of us. And we do get a weak hook on her. Maybe we can use it, I don't know. But let's go ahead and distract the guests. And there we go. She has 100 opinion of us now. That's nice. And schemer discovered. My spy master has come to me with grave news. It is my daughter and heir, Countess Skafak, that is plotting against my son, Kafnir. Oh, the spiciness is starting. So, I thought that it would be the sons who would plot against my daughter. However, it looks like she's being proactive and plotting against them. The brash fiend. So what is exactly she's plotting? Is she plotting to kill him? How can we check that? I think if we go over to intrigue and we go over to hooks and secrets. No. My daughter is a witch now, apparently. And my champion is a deviant. I'm not quite sure what my other daughter is planning, though, my heir. Hopefully not to have him killed. Mutual spirits. What started as an ordinary feast became an exceptional one, thanks to the presence of Chieftain Chukong Gyalt, my vassal and champion here. We spoke all evening about all manner of subjects, and as things would have had of it, we seem to have a lot in common. I had such a good time with him. What a good evening. So he gains some 15 opinion of us, and we grow closer to forming a friendship. That's nice. How many friendships do we have right now? If we go to relationships, we do have 2 friends, my player heir and daughter. And, oh, this was Joshua's sister, I believe. No, I'm not quite sure. At one point, your grandparents, your great-grandfather. 'Great-grandfather'. 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 'Gre Who's this guy? I forget. I do know her, but I forget exactly how we know her. I know it had something to do with Joshua, I believe. And there we go. As my guests depart, with all my guests having done fighting for the last of my meager table scraps, it gives me great relief to watch them finally leave with loose clothing and growing bellies. I have my wife Grain to thank for much of its success, and I feel nothing but gratitude as she sees the last few guests off. Until next time, we gain the trait Eager Reveler. So Fairchad has sampled the intoxicating life of carousing and debauchery and is hungry for more. I don't know those words. So we get +2 diplomacy, +1 intrigue, and +10 opinion of revelers. There we go. And I assume we can upgrade that again because it's got a star on there. Every guest gains 20 opinion of us, and we gain 90 prestige as well. So until next time indeed. And there we go, we have gained that trait. And just as we finish the feast, neighbouring ruler has won the war. So Petty Queen Gunhilda here, the 6-year-old queen of... Is she a queen? No, she's a petty queen for the Kingdom of Lancaster. Oh, up here. Okay. And you were winning, you were fighting against a 9-year-old. I don't know what's happening up here. Is the, okay, the ruler of Lancaster is of age at least, but there seems to be a lot of children ruling. What religion do they have? They are Catholic, so I'm not actually sure how they were able to gain their title either. Something interesting has happened there. We could call a hunt. Maybe we can go on a hunt. We always like to follow a feast with a hunt, so I think we will actually go ahead and do that. So let's go ahead and sound the horn. Where's our hunt going to be? I'm not quite sure, actually. And we can declare wars, but we're not going to declare wars right now. Where is our hunt taking place? Illegal prey. Poachers here in the Mormar's woods. They huddle together as I ride up with my guards, making a poor job of hiding the dead heart behind them. We did not do this, your mercy. The blades and bows belly their words. So they're illegally hunting animals in my lands. Hanging them does seem a bit extreme. You all seem to be excellent bowmen. Well, they did manage to kill it. This would give us +2 prowess. Well, the animal is mine along with the fines for their lives. So what happens here? Fines for their lives. That's not killing them, is it? We gain gold, we gain some prestige. Or we can spend prestige, and popular opinion goes down to -30 in Vestraland. Wait, did we go all the way to Iceland for our hunt? If I move this down... I think we're hunting up here. That's a long way away to go for a hunt. What? I think we do have to make an example of them. But hanging them's a bit extreme because they have recently joined Ireland. So I think the animal is... the animal isn't really mine though. It's in Iceland, right? You all seem to be excellent bowmen. I think that's a good choice. Let's go ahead and pick that one. We can't say the animal up here is ours when we live all the way down here in Dublin. That's a bit extreme. We're not greedy. So let's not go ahead and do that. And one of our vassals gained some opinion of us. And we've gained the trait Novice Hunter, apparently. The hunt is drawing to an end. We mount our horses to leave the plains behind as the servants prepare the heart and other game for the journey back. I have held my share of hunts, and people around me have started to take notice. Word is spreading of my activity. So we gain 150 prestige, and we return home reinvigorated. It did say it also gained a new trait. So we go in here. We are now a Novice Hunter. So +2 prowess and +10% stress loss. Fairchad deftly answers the call of both the wild and the bow. There we go. So that's looking good as well. It seems like we've got a bit of a faction war here going on. But now, actually, we should go to our royal court and see what this guy wants before we go ahead and enact absolute tribal authority. Who is he? Sealfran! Ah, we know this guy, the deviant from the feast. Secrets and lies. Days go by without it even crossing my mind, but each time I catch Sealfran's eye at court, I can think nothing but his crimes. Oh, it might be criminal then. I wonder how many at court know, perhaps none, perhaps all. The truth will out eventually, and it will not do my reputation any good to have such scandals in my courtier's midst. He must be dealt with, or I will have God to reckon with, let alone the court. Now, when we phrase it that way, we are a very religious man, and we don't want to anger God. So, Enough is enough. The world must know. We expose his deviant secret. He loses fairly opinion of us and we spend 10 court grandeur, or he belongs in the dungeon. We can imprison him for his secret and we spend 6 court grandeur. Maybe we should just imprison him. I think we might go for this. Because if we expose it, we're going to have to imprison him anyway. And that could be problematic. So let's go ahead. He does belong in my dungeon. I cannot have sinful characters knowingly in my court. It does not look good on me. And it definitely damages my faith. Secret exposed. There we go. So we have exposed his sexual deviancy as well. And he is now in our dungeons. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. But it has to be that way. Now, we can hold court. However, I think what we should do for roleplay reasons is we should pass absolute tribal authority and then hold court. Maybe it will affect some of the events that pop up. I'm not too sure, but just in case. So if we pass absolute tribal authority, direct vassal opinion becomes -30 because we have more power. And independent tribal rulers may settle, becoming feudal or clan. So that means that we could convert to feudalism eventually. If we go to our decisions and we go to adopt feudal ways, we need absolute tribal authority and we need more technologies, which we don't have yet. But we're making our way there, so that's fine. We meet everything else. So let's see. Let's go back to here. We're going to pass absolute tribal authority. So from previous levels, titles can be revoked, vassals can be retracted, characters can be imprisoned, and tribal rulers with non-tribal lieges may settle, become a feudal clan. Cost us 569 prestige. We have plenty. Let's go ahead and pass the law. So we now do have absolute tribal authority. And now I do wonder, can we designate an heir? You do not have absolute crown authority. Crown authority. Tribal for... Oh, we need to be feudal for this. And I think we still need a technology as well. That's fine. We're only keeping Dublin. Oh dear. Let's go ahead and hold court now. Now would be a good time to go ahead and hear our petitioners. Sitting on my throne, I gesture for my guards to open the doors of the hall. A stream of people file in, some lining up in front of the throne whilst others move out of the way so they can simply observe the proceedings. After several moments, all the movement in the chamber has ceased. All the faces turned towards mine expectantly. In front of me, I count 3 petitioners lined up in an orderly row, waiting for me to call on them. Let's go ahead and gesture for the first in line to approach and see what's happening in court today. The Ravagers of Peace. Let's see, who do we have? My nephew, Spymaster and Vassal. And my son and champion. Oh, 2 family members. Let's see what kind of drama is going to happen here. The next petitioner is an extremely angry Jarl Rognovda of Mon. With the briefest of deference shown, Jarl Rognovda, I can't say that, relays that some of my knights, led by Feochad, my son, have passed through his lands recently. They have looted, pillaged, and despoiled the villages and farms in Vermont. It is an absolute travesty, my high king, and I will not stand for it. What shall I do? Oh, son, what have you done? Raiding and pillaging our own people? Oh dear, and to think he's going to inherit titles. Right, my warriors march in defense of all swords, stop complaining. I don't like that option. I do not want our people, especially my son of the king, pillaging our own people. You must return your plunder, Felchad. Let's see, we lose 104 stress because we're just and generous. So this does seem like a very good option for us roleplay wise. We also gain punished troublemakers for 5 years, minus 10% night effectiveness. That could be a little bit of a some trouble there. Feochad has to pay back 50 gold to Jarl Rognovda. Loses 20 opinion of us, grows closer to forming a rivalry between those two. Loses 15 opinion. Gains 20 opinion of us. Who gains 20 opinion of us? I assume the Jarl of Mon. Now, we could offer compensation. We do lose 59 stress. However, that's not going to teach my son accountability and what's right from what's wrong. So, you must return your plunder, Feochad. I will not be having this. There we go. Let's see. What continues to suffer. The money you confiscated from Fairchad, Wraithland to give to Jarl Ragnovda was not used to restore the county pillaged by Fairchad. Oh dear, so we've got a greedy Jarl as well. Oh, the people of Mon. I'm sorry. I'm failing you as king. Oh dear, we've got some stuff to sort out there. But next, my steward and vassal, Duke Les. I do like Duke Les. We've given him a lot. Addressing the corruption, my steward Duke Les crosses his arms before stepping forward to voice his petition. My liege, I seek your aid in combating the issue of the lack of sheriffs in Ailery. Now, where is this? I don't think I can see it, right? Can I close this and see it? It is in Wales. Okay, let's go back here. It's nice that we can actually close this and jump back in. He pauses to sigh. I cannot fix the problem with the resources I have. I ask for any aid that you can spare. Now, Mon is already in trouble. I don't want lands in Wales also being in trouble. Otherwise, people might think being part of the Kingdom of Ireland is suddenly not a good idea. Let's see, I can give you some gold to solve the problem. We give them 50 gold. We will be bankrupt for a short amount of time. He gains 20 opinion of us, and he loses stress. My steward can offer you advice. He gains 10 opinion of us. He gets receiving advice, so he gains +2 stewardship. But he also gains this. So he gains +2 stewardship, but then he loses 1 stewardship. I'm a bit confused. Or you're at fault for being so incompetent. Sort this mess out yourself. I don't like that idea. I think I will go ahead and give him the 50 gold, even though he is greedy. We don't want people to think that being a part of our kingdom is no longer a good idea. So I can give you some gold to solve the problem. There we go. It's going to take 2 months so we can get out of debt here. Dust to dust. A thin, raggedy peasant stands before me, gawking at the opulence of my throne room. Obviously distracted, I call him to get his attention. Oh, I'm sorry, my lord. My village in Leinster was hit by blight this year. We lost not only our crop, but our seed too. We have nothing. We shall starve without help. Glancing around my throne room again, he adds, surely you have wealth to spare. Ah, how about that? Not really. Let's see, you have the funds need to rebuild. We can give out 20 gold. We gain some grandeur. Plus 25 popular opinion. We could give 20 gold. And we get free labour for 5 years. So, reduction in construction time and cost and development growth. Or, if the fields are barren, you shall wield a sword. So, levy size plus 20%, but holding taxes minus 20%. Food is important. We're going to have to take a small loan here and give them the gold. This is going to take a little bit of time to sort itself out now, though, which is a little bit worrying. We really don't want to be in debt. As the last petitioner departs, various courtiers follow them out of the room, having business to attend elsewhere. Others remain, talking amongst themselves about the recent proceedings. Soon the ceremonial formality of the proceedings has dropped away entirely, with the hum and bustle of normal courtly life taking its place. My business here is done. Indeed it is. So we go ahead and look out here now. Mon is in a bit of trouble. Luckily Wales is kind of doing okay. And we have... we're in debt. There we go. So vassal opinion takes out levy size, levy reinforcement, development growth, popular opinion, and advantage. Being in debt is not fun. A lot of nerves there, but I think we're doing okay. Now I'm really interested in who's gonna win Athlon, because I kind of want it for myself because it's part of me. But first, a new child of my dynasty. My daughter-in-law Ekrad has given birth to a son. Since the little one is a part of my dynasty, he should be blessed with a good name. So my son and Marshal here. Let's see. My firstborn son now has a son of his own. Let's see. Let's give him a name. Constantine. Yeah, may you grow strong and wise, Constantine. There we go. So are you member of the realm here, the Great Duelist? My vassal, High Chieftain Ivar, has arrived at court with a bandaged arm and fear in his eyes. He tells me that my son, Cafnir, has been challenging people to duels all over the Isles. Oh dear. Please forgive me, my lord, but this has to stop. Cafnir turned up at my doorstep and challenged me. I had no choice but to accept. This is not the first time either. I am but the last in a long line of victim. What are my sons doing? These doors were seized at once. So our vassal gains some opinion of us, but our son loses opinion, spends prestige, and he will not duel anyone anymore. A dangerous pastime, you need an instructor. We can't afford to pay any more gold. Or we could challenge... What's this? Your father will show you how it's done. So we challenge our son to a duel. If we win, he won't duel anymore. And he gets wounded, but we gain prestige. If we lose, I might get wounded. And he would keep challenging people. Now, we are getting old, aren't we? We're currently 53. And it does seem that we're losing a bit of our grip around the world. Our sons are running rampant. So maybe challenging my son to a duel here and beating him in arm-to-arm combat would be a great way to send a message. In fact, I think I might do that. Bah, your father will show you how it's done. And there we go. We gained 150 prestige and he will not duel anymore. So we did manage to beat our son in a duel there. And that should send a message to everyone else in our realm as well. We are still very much a strong leader. And you really should not mess with us. We're currently at minus 13 gold. So we're slowly regaining this. That's nice. There seems to be some wars happening up here with the Isles. I think they're trying to conquer some more land. Hopefully, I don't think it's in Alba because we have an alliance with them. Not really sure what's happening there. We still have Sweden. There's people marching over here. Army of 2. Impressive stuff. Court grandeur level decreased. It's now level 1. That's a shame. We can declare wars. King Eloid the Foolish of England. What did he do to get that title? Can we see this, actually? We don't have an alliance with them. I don't really want to fight England, though. We want to be fighting the Danelaw before we fight anyone else in the British Isles. The Foolish. I don't think we can see how he got this. See the memories of this character. Yeah, this doesn't have any more information, right? Can we see when he got the title and what happened before it? I don't think it even shows when he actually got the title. No. So I'm not quite sure. But he is foolish, apparently. So we don't have to worry about him. Now we have gained... We're now positive again. We could fight the Danelaw. We have increased military presence in the Earldom of Athlone. So plus 20% garrison size and some control growth per month. Let's see. They do have some allies. But they don't really have numbers. And their allies are... I don't even know where these guys are. All the way down in West Francia, is that? I'm not actually sure. Should we fight the Danelaw? It would be nice to get rid of the Danelaw. Although, it would be nice to do a invade kingdom war. Maybe we should wait a bit until our prestige has gone up. We're halfway to Exalted Among Men, so it's not actually that far-fetched. How's our technology going? Let's see. We have another 16 years before we research city planning. That's taken its time. And one of my prisoners has also died in my dungeons. But first, we have some compliments. To make my vassal, High Chieftain Ivar, more susceptible to my attempts at approaching him, I can include a compliment in the next missive to his court. I would be sure to mention his empathy and kind heart. Or I can keep it short and professional. He's at 100 opinion of us. Let's keep it short and professional because I'm actually going to change my sway target here. Let's see. Do we have another vassal? We do. This vassal only has 53 opinion of us. She is getting on a bit in age, but let's go ahead and sway her. And hopefully then we don't have any factions. Doesn't look like we're going to have any factions anytime soon. I think all the faction wars are going to happen once succession happens. Especially with my 2 sons. They're definitely going to see the opportunity and try to take it, I think. That's if my daughter doesn't murder them first. We'll have to see what happens there. Now, does my daughter... she still hasn't had a kid. No, she has had a kid. My grandson. There we go. He's Orthodox. My daughter converted to Orthodoxy? Oh, what have you done? Oh dear. There we go. We have a new child as well. My daughter-in-law, Kuman, has given birth to a daughter. So my son in champion there now has a daughter. Let's go ahead and call her Dorothy. There we go. May you grow strong and wise. And another prisoner in my dungeon has also died. Claim of convenience. My wife eagerly brings a woman before me. My High King, allow me to introduce you to Astrior, claimant to the earldom of Bernicia. Now, where is this? It looks like it's part of Lancaster currently. Astrior bows before me and says, "It is an honour, my lady. Sadly, Bernicia will most likely remain out of my grasp without a beneficiary on my side. I might be able to help you with that." So she joins my court, and I could push her claim, or I can say good luck with that. Do you have any good you're Asatruvo. I can't demand conversion, right, because she's not in my court right now. What about your husband? He's also Asatru Cumbrian. Good luck with that, yeah. I'm not interested with helping you there. We're actually against the Asatru right now, so I don't want to be helping them. As much as it would be a good launch to get into Lancaster, I don't think that's the way to do it. Gift artifact. Greetings, my charming liege. Please accept this humble gift. It was a treasured possession of mine, so I hope it honors and serves you as well. He's decided to send us some flexible mail. So we get +2 prowess, 0.1 prestige, and also -2% friendly fatal casualties. While the chain links do not offer room for decoration, the fine work on the riveting sets this piece apart from common mail. The set includes a Kulukud helmet and an aventail. The whole armor has been plated with a thick layer of gold. A tiny but elegant inscription runs on its side, dedicating it to a stalwart friend, Aelbren. He's dead. When did you die? 861. Oh wow, that's quite a while ago now. We're currently 933. I will go ahead and accept it. Thank you, my vassal, I guess. Do we have any armor equipped? We don't. There we go. So let's go ahead and put on the armor. And that's looking very good. That we still need a crown. How do we not have a crown yet? We're a king. We should have a crown. Maybe that's something we'll have to invest in future. We don't really have the gold to do that right now. To the benign High King Fairchild of Ireland, I have been corresponding with your Chancellor, High Chief Deskect, and I must say that I have come to see you in a new light. Perhaps you are even someone that I one day would be proud to call my friend. The 7-year-old petty queen there of Lancaster. Your silver tongue is shining today, Cact. So she gains further opinion of us for 5 years. There we go. Lancaster are starting to like us as well. So I guess that's good. Maybe my Chancellor told them of the recent dealings I had with that Asatru lady who wanted to invade them. Loyalty or fear? As their High King, my vassals owe me their allegiance. My word is law, but how much is obedience without devotion worth? In times of crisis, a slow response or a half-hearted effort can lead to disaster. Can I afford such a risk? I will win their unwavering loyalty, so -5% taxes, and +15 opinion of us for 10 years. I think we're gaining a nice amount of gold right now, so we can actually afford that. Let's go ahead and I will win their unwavering loyalty. Let's give everyone across our realm a tax relief, and it should be fine. We are earning plenty of gold per month at the moment. But I think that's all we have time for today. Today was a relatively peaceful episode, actually. We had a feast. We had a nice hunt. I think next episode we're going to finally... Let's see, how's our prestige? We'll see if we can gain some more prestige and then do a kingdom invasion against the Danelaw so we can take all of this land. And I think it's looking good. The realm is stable. My sons went on a little bit of a rampage. But yeah, I'm looking forward to this peaceful era we're currently in. Let's go ahead and look at religion. Irish insularism is slowly taking hold across the land. It's also spreading up here and spreading into Asatru lands as well, which is nice to see. Ireland is still 50-50. It's definitely spreading in Wales a bit. But yeah, things are looking good. That's it for today. Thank you for watching, guys. I will be back on Monday with another episode, and I will see you then.